This is the follow-up video to my unboxing of my new custom simulator racing boots. Turned out to be pretty cool, but the one real interesting thing that I did not expect to happen was that it changed my whole driving style. So what I have discovered now only was that my feet were always positioned wrong on the pedal. Now let me demonstrate exactly what was happening and how the boots have actually fixed that. So let's say my throttle foot was here. I wouldn't sit my heel against this plate. See the line, the plate that runs across the top here? I would actually sit it back towards the center, and I would rely on my pedal being able to slide, or my socks being able to slide. They wouldn't move like that. But I would rely on the grip of the heel to stay still, and my pedal would slide away. So I was almost, to say, focusing on the pressure I was pushing through my own feet to control the car. Now that doesn't sound too wrong, and it's not really, because they're load cell pedals. Like the brake, for example, is based off the pressure that you push into it, not the distance that it travels compared to cheaper entry-level pedals, and that's a big advantage. What it did do though, is that because now we have grip on the bottom of the sole of the shoe, when I would push the pedal down, it wouldn't slip away. It would actually pull the shoe with it, meaning the heel would have to slide forwards, which was a huge problem. You'll see back in the unboxing video. Go and check that out if you haven't already. You see my first experience with opening them and what it would be like to receive your own. But what it did in that video, and the more I played with it after, the more I found, and pulled the sim shoe forwards into the latch where the corner is meant to sit. And this is how you actually meant to drive with them, I've discovered. So it forced me to alter how my feet were positioned. Sounds like a minor thing, but it changed everything, because my body was used to doing a certain movement with my feet, and that would relate to how much throttle I'm giving it, how much brake, and things like that. And it's pulling my shoe forwards, further up the plate, right, this is my heel, further up the plate, onto the pedal face, and my ankle was now opened up to a heap more range of movement. So detrimental at the start, ruined me. Like I've gone from shit to ultra shit, and yeah, it was really interesting. Didn't like it, took them off, didn't use them for the next couple hours that night, but then I gave them another shot. What it's done now has made me a better driver, because I've opened my foot up to that much more range, and having the rubber sole to it has allowed me to be more, I don't want to say aggressive, I want to say confident with the pedal. So they're not rough anymore. It's not like, if I had to push really hard on the load cell pedal, which can go up to about 90 kilos of pressure, it really impacts the foot, you know, it really pushes into it. And now I can do so way more confidently, get that pressure, get to that breaking point quicker, and then, you know, play with the fidelity from there. Now, the one thing it did do, a negative, is lose a bit of fidelity. So I think that's going to happen. That's why a lot of people play with socks on, is because now you don't get as much feedback, because you've got a piece of rubber in between your foot and the pedal, changing the very, very small minor sensations of it. But all in all, made me a better driver, more consistent, and a lot more control over the car, because I've gone from, you know, this much movement on the pedal to now this much, because of how my foot's sitting up. The same amount of pressure, the same amount of everything else, but it's opened up more angle. And that was one of the things that I was really kind of disappointed about with the Fanatec V3s, and I've seen the problem other people have had as well. I only saw it after I got the pedals myself, a couple of months, but you don't have too much movement. You'd think that, you know, if you look at the bloody Husingveld's pedals, I always stuff the name up, looks like you have a lot more movement. Fanatec's, you don't move too far, but it's just based off that pressure that you've got. So, do I recommend simulator shoes? Yes, I do, because it's done those good things for me. But I only do recommend it if you have load cell pedals, maybe metal ones. I think that'll all be metal if they're load cell, but not if you have like Logitech entry-level pedals or like the old Thrustmaster ones that are just really, really light, you're just going to lose more like fidelity and you're going to lock the brakes too much. You need some pedals that have a lot of pressure on it, and then it can make your driving style better. So that's a follow-up on how they've improved my driving. And if you haven't seen the other video, I've kind of gone over a couple of points twice in these videos, but the other one I gave a little bit of a recap on how the shoes are. Make sure you check that out for a bit more detail. But really happy with them. Look cool, feel good. Makes my heel burn a little bit, but that can be easily fixed. I think they were going to burn anyway just because of how my feet have stood up towards the top. Would I recommend getting them? Yes, but only if you really want the custom look. Otherwise, any karting boots, racing simulator boots will do just fine no matter who makes them. It just depends if you want that name on the top like Swolabear over here. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. So these shoes made sure that my heels sit right up in the bottom of that bash plate there, meaning the pedals are really short, so it's time that we trade them out on the Fanatec V3s, and this is the adjuster that it comes with. So nice surface finish. I did think about putting these on at once, kind of had a look at it, I'm like, geez, that looks hard. But mostly the reason why I didn't do it is because of how thin they are. I'm like, well, you got less surface area to click on and stuff like that to push on. But now I know that that extra height, the extra adjustability is going to be really good. So I have to try that one out. Off the throttle, tip it in, just cut. Just cut as much as you can. Because who cares about rules? Oh, feels good, that section. Down to first again, because we like to just be on the edge of death when we leave the corner, obviously. Very deceiving insurance corner again.